If you know the enemy and know yourself, you need not fear the result of 100 battles.
What is happening right now between Burma and British Odisha is just too ridiculous for words. I mean, what is British Odisha doing, man? He has one stack over here with 3 artillery, 1 anti-air, 3 infantry, another stack over here, another artillery over here. That's 4 artillery, man. He had his stack over here and also over here. I mean, if he combines all of this, then he has 5 armored cars, 11 infantry, 4 artillery, and 2 anti-air. Why the hell is he spread out over 5 provinces instead of taking the counter-initiative? And I forgot to reply, he is afraid to group his units because otherwise units can get behind his lines and take him over. But to be for real, man, what is that? There's already an armored car taking you over behind your lines, man. You have nothing to lose. You need to group your units and you take out this artillery stack, man. It's that simple. Freaking hell, man. I know he would probably lose anyway because, well, Pan-Asian is both faster and they get an additional terrain bonus and he's in the hills over here. But still, now he's just sitting there and taking it. It's too ridiculous for words, man. He's like a man that is getting hit and he's just laying on the ground there like, oh, relaxed, I'm on the beach, and he's just taking it, man. What the heck? I've wrapped up South India. I've also taken the AI over here, so that is great, leaving 2 units in Hyderabad. Unfortunately, I didn't get any money in Hyderabad. I only got $4,663, so he definitely sent his resources to someone. I am sending units here, an artillery stack in Indore, and the rest I am sending it up north, not too far away, because if Burma attacks me, I can send them back to protect my cities over here, because Burma is a good player, as I already said. He's playing together with Indochina and South China. I know that he was interested or hesitating to become allies, but so far he hasn't reacted. This is not good news, because there's also Sumatra over here, who is a good player, level 111, high kill death ratio, wins half of his games. Plays a lot of Clash of Nations though, so his stats have been largely pumped up by attacking beginners. Still a very good player, or so it seems. And so if Burma, Indochina and South China have allied themselves with Sumatra, then they will attack me sooner or later, and it might actually be Sumatra that is going to land on my coast. I don't have any navy yet. I don't really want to make a navy. I just wanted a big land force and ally myself with players in Africa if necessary to get points enough for the win. But there's simply too many top dogs in this game. Everybody's here active, they're all expanding rapidly. Spoken about expanding rapidly, Northwestern Australia is now in war with Queensland and New South Wales, and I pity him a bit because he used 10,000 gold at the start of the game, but then he didn't gold anymore and he only speed up units. He has 45 units. If you compare this with me, I've got 47 units. So I actually have a bit more units than him. So he just sped up the process with gold. He didn't buy any resources or manpower with his gold. And so now he's getting attacked by 2 players because they see him as a gold right, which I understand because he didn't try to hide neither. Unfortunately, we had New South Wales over here that was losing, and so he was like, I'm not gonna lose against the golder, I'm gonna use gold myself, which is a bit hypocrite because he's been ranting all game long that this guy is using gold, and now he's doing exactly the same. He used 22,000 gold. That's more than double. He golded 13 light tanks, so yeah. It's not the only golder in the game though. There's a lot of commotion, unfortunately. I don't know, when I host a private game and I say please keep it friendly and fair, impossible. Players need to use gold. Guys, is your ego so big that you really can't cope with losing? There's no greater sense of accomplishment playing this game without gold and just outsmarting everyone just by using your brains and skill, man. You know, South Mexico is doing very well against North Mexico. It's a fight of titans. He's retreating, so let's try and select all his units. 11 artillery, 15 infantry, still 6 armored cars, 2 light tanks, 1 anti-tank, 1 rocket artillery. That's how many units in total, 41. And then we've got Over here, Wavering Spy, 11 artillery and 11 armored cars. Oh damn. No, 13 armored cars. 13 artillery. Damn. His starting infantry. Yeah. So we've got South Mexico who is getting under pressure. How many units does North Mexico have? 39. Yeah. So the fight is still balanced. None of them has lost ground. A very interesting fight. I wonder who will win. I think it's gonna be North Mexico because Wavering Spy, he's so competitive, he doesn't sleep, man. He's gonna continue gaming days on end without ever sleeping just to be able to win. I don't know about you guys, but I like sleeping, which is exactly what I am going to do now. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna attack here Kashmir. And if I haven't had an answer by then by Burma, I'm gonna have to attack him. But I know if I attack him, I'm gonna get counterattacked by his two allies for sure, and then I would lose the game, basically. We'll see what happens, right? But I think I forgot to show you my units. I've made now 10 artillery, 3 anti-tank, 8 rocket artillery, and 7 armored cars. I want to have 10 armored cars, 10 rocket artillery, 10 anti-tank, and I want to have 10 anti-air as well. And then I'm gonna have a good starting army. Pretty soon I'm gonna be able to throw also rocket fighters in there. It's gonna be perfect. We are 4 hours now into day 3. As you can see, I've allied myself with Burma, and Burma himself is allied with Indochina and with South China. However, South China, he is struggling with AI. It looks like he's not that active. I am attacking both AI over here. And this one is dead now. Perfect. Go take that province. I'm gonna move my units now over here. Gonna be the fastest way. This one I can actually send it all the way over here. No, not to the province center. That's a bad idea. Over there. Perfect. And then over here, everything is also going well. Perfect. I'm gonna select all my units. Got 7 anti-air, 5 anti-tank, 8 armored cars, 10 artillery, 10 rocket artillery. I'm almost there to reach my goal. I also have an anti-tank and an armored car in production. As I need a lot of rare resources, I'm upgrading my industry to level 3 there. I need a lot of goods, so that is upgrading to level 2. And in my other provinces, I am upgrading the recruitment centers to level 2 as well. Up here north in Amritsar, I'm also building an industry to increase my goods production. In research, I'm researching militia level 1 and infantry level 3. In 9 hours 45 minutes the research will be done, and so I'm gonna do the upgrade trick just before the level 3 research finishes. I'm gonna upgrade my units to level 2, so I'm only gonna pay the level 2 upgrade, and the level 3 upgrade I'm gonna get for free. And as you can see, I have almost no resources, so no food, no goods, and no manpower. So the next 10 hours I'm just gonna save up my resources so that I can upgrade as much infantry as I can with the upgrade trick. Got a small 10 hours to do so. I want to have all my units at level 3 as fast as possible, and of course as cheaply as possible. We've got Burma who is attacking Tibet. That's no surprise, of course. I'm gonna select all his units. Tibet has 2 destroyers, 2 rocket artillery, 11 armored cars, 14 regular artillery, 7 anti-air, 2 light tanks, 23 infantry, and then 4 interceptors, 4 naval bombers. 7 anti-air. That's a pretty good army. He has been expanding rapidly thanks to his doctrine. In total, he has 53 units, and I have got 56. Northwestern Australia is also doing very well. He has been able to surprise New South Wales with a counterattack, as New South Wales had a music practice for 5 hours, so he was inactive. There's a couple of units from New South Wales in his core provinces. He's taken him back. He took back his core provinces. Now he still needs to take the non-cores back. Queensland, however, has lost quite spectacular. I don't understand how, because he golded 13 light tanks yesterday. But if I remember correctly, Northwest Australia made a couple of medium tanks. He has a 4 anti-air, 6 infantry, 4 artillery, 15 armored cars, 4 medium tanks, and 1 light tank. He took quite some damage, but he's fine so far. He has a little artillery, so that's dangerous. I can see a couple of units from New South Wales. 2 light tanks, small artillery stack over here. That's a bit weird, you know. Light tanks are offensive units and fast, and he stacks them together with defensive units that are slow. This is pretty poor stacking. He tries taking back his core provinces. He lost Melbourne, took it back, there's no buildings in it. Same for Mildura. There's only one building in it, but it's been taken by New South Wales. Same over here in Imwagi. No buildings in Newcastle. Only in Sydney there's still buildings left. It is looking pretty grim for New South Wales. Sumatra is attacking Papua New Guinea, so that's great. Papua New Guinea landed in Australia. New Zealand took Tasmania. Up here north, more and more players are getting taken out. Got Tomsk, Siberia that is moving closer. That will be a problem for me soon. And in America, we've got South Mexico, who is still fighting against North Mexico. He's still standing his ground. It is artillery versus artillery in a tough dogfight. 4 artillery versus 5 artillery, of which 2 rocket artillery, so he's in the advantage. Puerto Vallarta has taken a lot of damage. He made level 3 bunkers, that's a smart idea. But Texas is coming, and that's pretty bad news. Looks like it ain't 1 versus 1 anymore. Too bad. I would have hoped this would stay 1 versus 1. Texas also made a nice progress. Who is he? Oh, the Desert Fox. Right, he was Colombia in last community game. So Desert Fox and Wavering Spy playing together, that's not a surprise. Ooh, that's pretty bad for my new recruit in my alliance. How many units does he have? 43. Wavering Spy has also 43, but now that also Texas is joining in, it's looking grimmer. He's pulling back in the mountains where he's gonna have the advantage with his artillery, and he's also bringing his second artillery stack, so that combined he will have 10 artillery, so optimum damage output. Oh, but also Texas has 11 artillery, both rocket artillery and regular one, so he will have the terrain advantage. However, Texas, I don't think he's gonna engage into an artillery versus artillery fight. He's just gonna go to Mexico City, Veracruz, take out his economy, ignore the units. Wavering Spy is very lucky to have San Luis Potosi over here. It's a giant province, easy to defend, especially with Texas holding the line over here. He only needs to put his army in 2 provinces, whereas South Mexico, he has 4 provinces to defend and is obligated to spread out his forces. Very interesting stuff. I hope you have enjoyed this video. Please subscribe and hit that bell button for notifications. And I want to say a warm thank you to my members and elite members for supporting this channel.